Hello everyone, here's another wee video for you. I'll try to hold the phone camera a bit more straight this time. I need to get a wee tripod or some sort of fucking thing to hold it, you know. So this video, I want to talk a little bit about mental health, just briefly enough. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I could talk all day about it, but we'll come back to it, you know, in the future. So I hope some of this is interesting to you. I know that there's stuff that's very helpful. Like, you know, when you dig into this stuff, it might not be for everyone, and that's fine, you know, but the people that it is for, you know, it's worth listening to, and there's a lot more coming, you know. So what is mental health? I've stuff written out here on a page just to get more used to speaking freely. I want to just use it to hit the points, you know, to hit the nails on the head. So what is mental health and why is it important? To me, a definition of mental health would be something like this. I have the awareness to manage my thought process and choose thoughts that result in me feeling good about myself, others, and life, you know. Whereas poor mental health might sound something like, I can't control my thoughts, they control me, and they result in me feeling bad about myself and life. You know, I know anyone struggle with their mental health, sometimes it feels like, you know, your brain and your thoughts are against you, and you know that you never know what day it's going to be like each day and stuff, but you can learn how to actually become the master of your thoughts, like, rather than having them controlling you. So that's probably I would say that for me, the core of mental health is learning how to do that, you know. So why is mental health important? Well, I mean, I think that's self-explanatory for most people probably. But basically what I've written here is, the more your mental health deteriorates, so the more your mental health gets worse, the more difficult life becomes as you experience more pain and suffering, and it bleeds into every area of your life, you know. So once your mental health starts going downhill, like, it affects your relationships with everyone, like, you know, family, friends, with yourself, with life, you know, everything just gets distorted and you see things negative, like, and the more you focus on the negatives, like, the more they keep coming at you. That's just the way it works, the law of attraction. We'll go into that in another video. Yeah, so what do I know about it? Who am I to say this sort of stuff? Well, you know, I've fought my own demons for most of my life. I've experienced many years of depression and anxiety. You know, maybe perhaps not all the time, but for a lot of it. And it's funny, just because some people would know, some people wouldn't know. You know, it's funny how people hide things. Like, I know, I would have always thought it was very obvious that I was struggling with all that sort of stuff, and then I always would have said to people over the years, and then people would have like, "Jeez, didn't even know that about you." And for me, it was obvious. But then other people, I'm sure, would have known, because, as I say, I think it was quite obvious. But then again, this is it. You never know what's going on in other people's fucking heads and in their lives and what they're going through. You know. So, yeah. So that's been going on probably for most of my life, but I'd say in my mid-teens, like, it all started to get a lot worse, and, you know, I couldn't avoid it anymore. And then it's been a fucking long hard haul of learning stuff, figuring stuff out, and learning how to let go of all this shit, you know, this shit that fucking holds you down, holds you back, and prevents you from being happy and feeling fulfilled in life, you know. So the past year, give or take, like, but the past year has been the most mentally healthy I've ever been, and the most stable I've been. I've still had my wee dips, but nothing major, and they've been a lot shorter, and I know how to process them and get out of them now, you know. So it's all about finding meaning and lessons in these things. There's nothing in this life just here that's to punish us. It's about fucking, what can you take out of it to grow and become stronger and become more, have more depth about you, you know, be a more alive human being, like, you know, in a very real way. So yeah, that's where am I now? So basically, yeah, the past year, and I've learned many lessons on what contributes towards poor mental health, the sort of things that make your mental health worse, and I've also found many different ways to improve it. You know, I've put countless hours into studying psychology and human behavior, amongst many other things, over the past 5 years or more. You know, I've given the stuff a lot of thought, deep thought, and